Alright, YouTube, what's going on? Recently, ooh, it is bright out here. Recently I was talking to a friend about woodworking stores. And we were talking about Rockler and Woodcraft and Lowe's and Home Depot and all those things. And he asked what Rockler would be in reference to like retail stores. And I said Rockler and Woodcraft are probably like Hobby Lobby, whereas Lowe's and Home Depot are probably like Sam's or Walmart. And he said, okay, well then what's Harbor Freight? And I said, Harbor Freight's probably like Dollar General. If you've been a maker for any given time, you know that the Harbor Freight brand does not have a very reputable or great name in reference to quality. But if you've been a maker for any given time, like I just said, you know that there are things you can find at Harbor Freight that are not so bad. So in this video and the videos that follow this video, I'm going to show you several things that you can get from Harbor Freight that are worth your time and money and will be good for you. Not everything at Harbor Freight is as trustworthy as you want it to be, but there are things that you should always and only buy from Harbor Freight. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so number one, the most obvious thing that you need to be getting from Harbor Freight. It's not the largest of all financial saves you'll ever have in your life. This is just an obvious pick for the number one thing that you should be getting from Harbor Freight. And that is consumables. Not just paintbrushes, but all consumables. Harbor Freight has a large line of gloves, nitrile gloves, vinyl gloves, all kinds of work gloves. They have tons of paintbrushes, chip brushes. This pack here, even though I'm missing one, it's about a $6 pack. At Lowe's, for instance, you'll find it for $9 or $10. That's a $3 difference. If you're painting constantly, $3 every pack is a good deal. Their nitrile gloves are about the same price as Lowe's are, but their vinyl gloves are cheap. They're about $5. And vinyl gloves are just as good if you need to stain something, if you need to oil something down, you can use those gloves and they are cheap. You can get a big box full for $5. Some other consumables that you should look into getting from Harbor Freight are shop rags. If you're gonna buy rags for staining or cleaning up spills or anything like that, think about it. There's no reason to pay extra when you're gonna sop a mess up and throw it in the trash. Buy them cheap from Harbor Freight and don't go to Lowe's for your shop rags. Number two. Now normally I would not recommend getting anything metal, any bits, any planes, any chisels or anything like that, because the quality of steel is going to be lower grade, and that's just the truth. It's not a dig at Harbor Freight. They can provide it for you cheaper because of the materials that they use. But number two on the list of things that I would get from Harbor Freight are their Countersink bits. I have been using these bits in several projects. These are great. If you're not familiar with Countersink bits, they're made to clear out material so that you can sink a screw down flush with the top of the wood. Why explain it to you when I can just show you? So here I've got a piece of maple. It's hard maple. It's kind of difficult to get through, and if I drive a screw straight into that, I'm going to break the screw, I'm going to split the wood, or I'm going to drive as far as it can go and the head will not go in. Let me show you. So if you take a look at that screw, that is not flush. That will always be visible, and it never sinks itself because this wood is too hard, and if I try any harder it's going to strip out or it's just going to snap the screw. So the solution to that problem you can very easily spot the difference in the two screws. One is countersunk under the wood and the other is right on top of the surface. If you go to Harbor Freight, I think I got these as a 3-pack. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I bought them individually. I think I did buy them as a 3-pack. I think they're pretty inexpensive. I don't remember the exact price, but I will put it on the screen when I find it. And I'll also put the price of the competitors on the screen as well. Alright, so if you work in your shop and you want life to run smooth, you make jigs, right? That's what you do. You make jigs to cut wood, you make jigs to cut metal, PVC. You make jigs to run wood through machines. If you're going to do that, you need clamps. More specifically, toggle clamps. These toggle clamps can be found at Harbor Freight. This is item number 3. These toggle clamps are $4.99 at Harbor Freight, and you cannot even find them at Lowe's. I checked online, they do not exist. You can get a cred clamp that is similar that attaches to your table T-track for $53. You can go and find these on Amazon, and you can get packs of them. You can get a 2-pack for about $12, so $6 each. This is about $4. There are options on Amazon to buy these in packs, and they can get around to the same price when you buy them, but I've looked at those. They don't look super quality. These ones though, on the other hand, because I've had experience using them, I will let you know firsthand, these are great quality. For number 4, I'm gonna need you to follow me outside. Let's go. It is super bright out here, so I don't know if the camera's gonna make everything right. But for number 4, we're gonna talk about storage hooks. All right, so whenever I built this shop, I realized that I did not have a whole lot of space, and there was no possible way I was gonna be storing ladders inside the shop. I went to Harbor Freight, and look what I found. These hooks that you see here, wait for it, are like $1 a piece. They're like $1.99 a piece. You need to do this inside of your garage right now. This is a great storage solution, and it is cheap. I've got 4 hooks here, 2 ladders. They're probably $1.99 each. That's at most $8 for this storage solution. That's insane. On top of those hooks, they have many other hooks for hoses, electrical cords. They have hooks for all kinds of other uses. A lot of people use the hooks that they sell to hang their bikes up in their garage or a carport. You can use these hooks for pneumatic hoses, for electrical cords, cord storage for your power tools, anything like that, you can use it. I even hang my jacket on it at work. These hooks are so cheap that it's almost one of those things you want to buy to see what you can do with it in general. There's a whole lot of creativity that can go into storage with these hooks. All right, boys and girls, are you ready for the number 5 best things to buy at Harbor Freight in 2022? This machine is one of my favorite machines in my entire shop, and you heard me right. I said machine. Most of the time, anything with a motor is not something that you want to buy at Harbor Freight, but this tool is a keeper. Number 5 on my list is the Central Machinery 1-inch sander. This is the type of machine that you did not know that you need, but you do need it. You may ask yourself, what does he use that for? Let me just tell you, everything. The one thing that I've used this machine for the most is spoons. Anytime I carve a spoon, if I cut it out with the bandsaw, I can take and shape the bowl with this 1-inch sander. It has a nice strong motor that will consistently pull material off of whatever you're working on. It is obviously a Harbor Freight tool. This is an aluminum tabletop. It's got plastic pieces here and there, but it is strong. Even the sanding belts, which I got from Harbor Freight, are pretty quality. You can push this machine to its breaking point, hold this belt, and it will stop, unlike some other more powerful machines that will probably rip your finger off, but you shouldn't be pushing on any sanding machine that hard anyways. This tool at Harbor Freight is $59.99, and some of the comps range from $80 all the way up till, if you're, a professional, $1,000. This is worth $59.99 and probably some more. I love this machine. It's good and it does great for me. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this video encourages you not to be a brand snob. Next time you're driving by Harbor Freight, take a walk through, see what you find. I guarantee you'll find something that is suitable for your needs in your shop. If you're interested in more videos like this one, hit that subscribe button because I will be putting out a follow-up to this video. There are tons of things in Harbor Freight that you can find that will help you and make your shop life easier and better, but there are also things to avoid, so maybe I'll mention more of that in the next video. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.